Hello and welcome to the 1.2 video notes. Now we are computing limits. So in this section, we will find limits of basic functions. And then we're going to use these simple limits along with other theorems to find the limits of more complex functions. So here are some basic limits and limit theorems. We can see from a constant function that as we approach an x value of any constant function, you're going to approach that y value. Also, whenever y equals x, or your function is x, as you approach an x value, your y value will approach that same x value. And we can use the graph of our reciprocal function to see what's happening as we approach 0 from the left and from the right of 1 over x. As we approach from the right, we have a positive infinity, and as we approach from the left, we approach negative infinity. So these are 4 rules that we need to commit to memory. Here are some more theorems that we will be using that are expectations moving forward. So part A, basically, if you're adding 2 functions in your limit, you can break it into the sum of 2 limits. If you're subtracting within your limit, you can break it into the difference of 2 limits. If you're multiplying within your limit, you can break it into the product of 2 limits. If you're dividing within your limit, you can break it up into the division of 2 limits. If you're taking a root of your function, you can take the root of the overall limit of that function. And if you have an exponent of your function, you can take the limit of your function and raise it to that exponent, and also a constant can be pulled out in front of your limit. So these are all rules, very similar to rules, properties of real numbers, that we will use moving forward in this section. So if you need to keep this page out with you as we're working through problems together, feel free to do so.